on and turn you guys on. If somebody can talk so I can make sure it's working.
Yes.
Yes, excellent. That is working. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the new introduction for Destined. Unfortunately, and I think this is right, Captain Kangaroo is taking part of a parade of the dead in New Orleans. Is that correct?
Yeah, he likes to go down to New Orleans.
Isn't that where Gambit comes from?
Yes.
Yes, in the X-Men. Fantastic. Yeah, so Banner is going to be off doing something completely different. He won't be participating in tonight's adventure. So he will come back and you'll be able to hear what he's been up to when Captain Kangaroo comes back. But we have the rest of the Fantastic Four with us tonight. So before we pull on our lycra and head down to the streets, I'm going to allow them an opportunity to say who they are and who they will be playing tonight. And we'll start with you, Mr. Pickles.
Oh, me. I'm Mr. Pickles, and I play Lily Alex, aka the Rabbit. She has enhanced reactions, enhanced speed. She's lucky, and she has regeneration, which makes her a great crowd control type fighter. She has a quarterstaff that she uses, but she's also great with her fists. And there are a number of things that I haven't gotten a chance to use. One of them being Bad Penny. I'm really excited to use that because not only do I have tons of luck, I can also make people's luck worse. So that's something I'm looking forward to. All you need to know about Rabbit is that she has a passion of want to go fast, and she has a limitation of she needs to go fast. Bad things happen if she doesn't eat and if she doesn't go fast. And with that, I'm going to throw the microphone on over to Chuggaboya.
Hi guys, I'm Chugwugger, and the hero that I'm playing, their powers are focused around time and the mind. They've taken the Earth name of Astro, and they have a limit of being of a rather distinctive appearance. They're a genderless humanoid with bluish grey skin, a large forehead, and black almond-shaped eyes. What most would really think of when they think of an alien from outer space. Astro is a telepath. It's their main form of communication, but they also have the power of mind control and the ability to act like a telepathic hub, allowing others to communicate in a sort of like a telepathic network. He can link people into him, and everybody can communicate telepathically. Precognition is another one of their powers. So they'll occasionally glimpse something which is going to happen moments before it actually does. And along with the power of psychometry, they can even relive a person's life or see what's interacted with an object for several days in the past. When it comes to getting around, they can open portals between two locations, although the range is limited to several kilometers.
Centimeters. Sorry.
Boom! I'm here. He's currently employed, or they're currently employed by the National Museum in Metro City as a researcher specializing in advanced cultures. And I shall pass on to Medivac.
Why, thank you. Hello all, I'm Medivac and I play Sophia Sampson, aka Misty. She is a superhero who controls water, well, moisture to be precise. She's by daytime she's a lawyer. She's got her own firm, done quite well for herself. Parents were lawyers too, but they were killed in a car crash when she was quite young, and that was possibly because they were looking into someone that they didn't want to be looking into. So yes, and that's how Sophie got her powers. The car went into the river, and she died. But then something brought her back, and now she's she's a lot more powerful than what she is, and she does have a bit of a drive to find out who killed her parents. She has the ability to summon a water elemental, which is quite sweet. She does use her powers mainly to protect and defend. Yeah. And with that, I shall pass on to Ian Wills.
I thought there was a but coming there, but no, obviously. And
I thought she was going to have this limit that, you know, she can't go out in the sun for too long or something like that, or she dries up.
No, that's only female.
But your blonde hair looks fantastic.
Amazing.
Yeah, so it looks really good. So yeah, so the adventure takes place in a made-up city called Metro City, and the team have been in Metro City for about 2.5 adventures so far. They've met a whole load of really important people, including Jack Stone, who they were employed by to start off with. They've dabbled in the occult when they managed to stop a supervillain called Eclipse, who was summoning up imps, etc., to take over the world. And recently they are under contract from Shirley Springer, who is the chief of police. And there's been a bit of foul play in Metro City because the team now know that the coffee in the police station has been drugged. And the majority of the police station have some kind of virus that gives them a high fever and numbs their extremities. Shirley Springer, chief of police, has called back everybody who was on the night duty and has also said that anybody who was on leave can have to come back as well. However, despite her saying, you know, please just go about your business as usual, the criminal population of Metro City has taken the opportunity to indulge in a variety of crimes. The party or the team is involved in responding to calls from their dispatcher, Officer Ollie Olsen. And he's sort of like, the police are sort of like weeding out what's important, what's not important, and sending the team to sort that out. At the end of the last adventure, Shirley Springer got back in touch with the team to say that they have found the drug in the coffee. They are trying to track down the company that gave them the coffee, where it actually came from. And then they will be back in touch with the team with a location that they can go and hopefully sort out and possibly find an antidote. But before that happened, there was a call coming in from Ollie Olsen. And that's where we left it at the end of last adventure. So if anybody would like to do or say anything at this point, so we'll slow down the time slightly so you finish with Shirley Springer. And if anybody wants to say or do something, you'll have about 20 minutes, half an hour before Shirley Springer calls and, Officer Ollie Olsen calls with your next job. So yeah, I'll leave it over to you guys if you would like to say something.
Can I just ask a
Rabbit's
question
got
out
a
of
raid.
character?
Oh, say again?
Can I just ask something out of character about PowerPoints? Do you tell us when we get them back, or?
Yeah, so they'll come back after a rest of some description.
Right, okay.
Luck points regenerate every session. And just to let you know, you also have, because it's the beginning of the month, you have 4 hero points in the bank above Medivac's head on the overlay. So ready to use that. So currently you haven't had arrest or anything like that. So in the morning, you went to the fashion parade and dealt with the thugs over there. So this will be a job in the afternoon that Ollie is going to call in. And then it'll be nighttime, and it's up to you what you would do at that point. Rabbit, I think you wanted to say something.
Yeah. Before anything interrupts us, Rabbit would just charge on over to the fridge, Misty's fridge, and start raiding it.
I presume
Shuffling down food.
I'm guessing it would have been stuck by the maid anyway, so when we went out.
healthy food or high calorie food.
High calorie.
Yeah, so Rabbit's busy eating away,
It's
and
got like lots of those trail rations and things that were inside the fridge.
energy bars. There's a couple of Red Bulls in there and Monsters. And what is it? Prime. That's also I've not heard of Prime before. The students were telling. Well, I actually saw a video about the 10 worst drinks, and the top one was Prime, believe it or not. So
I've never tried it, but it's available over here.
Yeah.
When it came out, it was very expensive, and it was supposed to be absolutely fantastic.
And now?
It's not.
Well, now he's gone into sort of like a partnership with Mr. Beast and somebody else, and they do Feastables or Lunchables, Feastables, Lunchables. But then that's all got bad press as well because all the cheese in that's going mouldy.
Good grief! They Longshanks
That's the best
in
part
the
of cheese, isn't it?
Yeah, oh yeah, the blue cheese. I love blue cheese. So yeah, Longshanks has just said they can't give it away. Darthy N says welcome in, and damaged product return is in the chat as well, and so is Ray's Lord. So it's lovely to see everyone. Astro and Misty, is there anything that you guys would like to do?
No, I'm going to just go on. I'm going to just sit contemplating in the corner with a paper.
Okay, yeah,
having a breather.
Sounds good. And Astro?
If there's a TV, Astro's going to spend the time sort of like looking through the news stations, seeing what's happening currently in Metro City.
Yeah, so Network 7 is naturally on the air because they're on the air 24/7.
But he'll do more than just Network 7. If there's other ones as well, he'll just sort of like be watching a bit and then switching to another one and seeing what's on that one.
The main news channel is Network 7. There's some smaller ones that try to get the scoop every now and again. But what seems to be happening across Metro City at this present moment in time is that there appears to be a number of quite small time criminal acts, similar to the fashion parade one that you were called to earlier on. There seems to be people taking the opportunity to loot buildings, smash windows. There's a few reports of graffiti. You notice that at all these, the law enforcers are there trying to sort it out. But while you would normally expect 2 or maybe 3 carloads of law enforcers, there just seems to be 1 car and 2 officers, and you definitely get the feeling that Metro City the law enforcers are really being pushed to their limit. There seems to be, however, on a positive, there seems to be no really bad crimes. There doesn't seem to be any murders or break-ins or anything like that. It looks like the petty organization or the petty gangs and organizations are out in full at the moment. There's no known deaths either due to any sort of like accident or anything like that. But the other thing that you do notice is that the hospital is out in force as well. There's various minor cuts and bruises and breakages going on as people get caught up in, it's not exactly mayhem violence time, but it is extremely busy. It does appear that nobody is taking Shirley Springer's advice of not, not testing the police force when they're low on numbers.
Does it look like this, these crimes are just sort of like spread across the city, or am I able to see whether or not they may be more localized into a certain area?
They seem to be across almost every part of the city. There's a lot less in the slums, which is across the Lancaster Flow, which is the main river. But as Rabbit and Banner know, because they live down there, crime down there tends to go unreported in any case. And then it's mainly ruled by bigger gangs that have the monopoly on fencing items, protection rackets, etc., etc. There seems to be a lot of hits in financial or high society areas. It's as if the lower end of Metro City is having fun, almost like doing payback to these high end and high society areas.
Weird question about the news. Is it assumed or like that it's current or live? Like if we wouldn't like be on the street, get filmed, and then go back and watch our interviews, correct?
You can probably find them, but everything when something is live, because Network 7 and most of the others tend to say, and now we're going over live too.
Right,
Susan
right.
Cockrell.
A helicopter chase or car chase through the street.
Yeah.
That answers my question. I was making sure it wasn't the case of things are delayed or that they're editing. I was just curious.
And it was interesting because as you're all sort of like watching the news or reading, you do notice that something comes up on the news, and roughly at the same time, your mobile alerts go off as well. And that comes through from Officer Ollie Olsen. And it comes up on your cops alert on your mobile devices first, and then you notice that something happens. So Ollie sort of like phones in, and basically he just says this to you. He says, "Team, we've got a bank robbery in progress down in central Metro City. It's at the National Bank. Your money is our concern." And they have managed to hit the panic alarm, and we got notification. There's a bit of a crowd gathering outside. News from the bank is that the robbers have taken hostages, and they are armed. They seem to have fired several bullets out of the door to anybody who stood around. And at that point, he gives you the location in Metro City. And in that point on the television, Network 7 says, and now we're going straight across to Susan Cockrell, who's at the National Metro City Bank, where your money is our concern. Susan, what's happening? Yes, we are down here right on the pavement, everyone. And opposite, we can see that there has been some kind of a robbery. There's definitely a robbery taking place. And yes, we can see, you should be able to see things now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to put your tokens on. Ooh.
Banner.
I'm not supposed to be here today.
Go back to your pizzas.
Right, let me just. Why can't I get the preview up? Oh, it's a different button now, isn't it? Oh, they've changed the button that I use to see you. Is Fog of War happening or not?
Yeah,
It is not.
We can see everything.
Okay, then.
Unless you have things that are still hidden.
That's proper fog of war, that.
Now everything's black.
Yeah, just 1 second. Mm-mm.
Yeah, just the entrance.
Brilliant. There you go. You're good role players. I don't mind what you've seen. So just to let you know when, first of all, are you going? I was just going to jump straight over there.
We'll pass on this one.
No, bank robbery sounds like more than just a little bit of fun. We gotta go kick some butt. I'll kick the
Indeed.
table or the couch, and then
Let's go make a withdrawal.
Okay. Astro, you need to make a knowledge roll, do you not?
Yeah, so
If you want to
Astro's going
teleport.
Astro's going to look for the closest landmark.
Well, the landmark will be the National Bank. It's quite a prominent building, so that's easy to do. And Misty, I presume, is flying.
I will be indeed. I'll be aiming to come in from the back of the building and stay on the roof almost. Just looking down.
Yeah, cool. And Rabbit.
I'm gonna use my bicycle.
Please.
No, I would be using my super speed with my parkour boost.
Okay. So it's actually, as you sort of like set off, you can imagine that as you arrive, Misty, you're coming down onto the roof, and Astro and Rabbit, what's going to be your approach?
Astro's going to come in, probably aiming to get somewhere down, just not directly in front of it, but maybe just off to one side.
Okay.
Did you see that? Did you? I did.
Oh,
do
yes.
it. It's a weird ping now. It's sort of like a double thingy bobby.
That's good. Yeah. And what about Rabbit?
I guess I would go try to join Misty if I can. There's like a fire escape I can use. If not, I would go over to Astro. And sort of give the what's our plan.
Okay, so the building only is 1 story high. As you fly in, Misty, you can.
Woman in the drive-through came through because I got stupid McFlurries from.
McFlurries. You can see that there's almost like space around the whole building, so there's no. It's not back to back with something or anything like that. It's literally completely yeah, and this area, which you can all see round here, seems to be some kind of fenced off area. There seems to be double wired gate doors here, and there seems to be a little office in here. You think this is probably where they bring in the any money that's coming to the bank. This thing that looks like a cart here is actually one of those security vans, one of those payroll vans. It looks like it is parked normally, and as Astra and Rabbit come in at this side, this gate is still closed. Okay, it's not open or anything like that. But you do notice something. There's a group of people, okay, and they seem to be all huddled together where that cross is. So they seem to be down here, and as you land or come through portals, you can see them all huddled down. They seem to be sat with their knees pulled up as well, and they seem to be all sort of like clumped together. They
like
seem
facing each other, or
they seem to just be in like a cuddle, if that makes sense. And they're all sat there on the floor, and they've got their arms wrapped around their knees. And as you come down, you can instantly see that they are bank personnel. And you sort of like all come down at that point, and you can see them all huddled. The white bit is the street, i.e. the road, and the rest of the population are on the opposite side of the road. But as you arrive, you notice from over the other side, somebody shouts. Several things are shouted at the same time. Somebody shouts, "Banner, kill them! Kill them! Smash them!" Like this from the thing. And then they're sort of like a little bit disappointed that Banner's not there. And there's a bit of a booing going on. You do hear who you assume is Susan Cockrell from Network 7. She sort of like shouts over to you. She says, "Oh, Super Team, an interview, please. Can you tell us?" You know, she's shouting at the top of her voice. What is your tactic here? What do you want to do?
I'm going to shout back our plan. Not.
Please come over for word. Let your fans know how keen you are to put this matter straight.
I'm gonna ignore them and just like stare at Astro really intently and think thoughts loudly.
do I have to redo a link with people if
No.
they go out of range?
I'm just assuming that it'll keep in touch.
Right.
Well, like Bluetooth, but it drops, it'll pick it back up again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
In that case,
Okay,
I'm thinking,
well,
what is plan?
I am gonna use one PowerPoint to do party line, so I can also reach out my mind to Misty as well to get them on a telepathic link.
Are you flying down, Misty? Now?
Yeah, I'm going to fly down next one over there. My thoughts are, if I put down a fog cloud at the entrance, and then Rabbit just legs it in there, disarms everybody.
Is this gate here? I take it it's closed.
Yes, it is, and
Okay.
this is the like the security van here.
Is it like a keypad lock on it to open it?
No, it seems to be controlled probably from in here in the office. So there's probably somebody who presses the button in there and opens it up.
Okay. Can I use a look point to get some PowerPoints back, please?
Yes, I didn't know you could do that, but by all means.
You can do that? How does that work?
You can do it. You can do it with action points, can't you?
Is it action points?
Because you spent a look point to get an action point, haven't you?
Sorry.
I'm deeply confused.
Maybe it's not a thing.
That sounds right, but I don't think we've ever had somebody use it before.
Like I say, you've done it to get your action points back. I don't know about PowerPoints though, because it would
Oh, yeah,
spell points back, wouldn't it? Can you get spell points back with
No,
points?
you can't.
No. So yeah.
But that's in Mithras, and
Mm.
I mean, this is a whole different guidebook. Some of the things are different.
So
I think
power.
PowerPoints you get back over hours, don't you?
Yeah, hang on. So as well as everything else, you have PowerPoints, power reserves. When a hero has exhausted all of their power points, they can spend a luck point to immediately regain 1d4 plus 1 power points up to their maximum.
Okay,
that's
so
good
you
to
got to
know.
be completely out.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
when the hero has exhausted all of their power points.
Okay.
And
I'm
not
close,
putting.
but not. I'm close, but not there yet.
I'm not putting that in Mithras, by the way. Anybody
No.
who wants magic points back, you can forget it.
Right. I'm
and
going to.
yeah,
I'm
go
going to try
for
and
it.
talk to this group of people here. You say the workers from inside.
Yeah, they seem to be all sat, knees
Okay.
curled up.
I'm going to ask. I'm going to say, excuse me. Is there another way in the side here to get into the bank?
And they sort of like they seem to be keeping their heads down. They don't seem to be wanting to make eye contact at all. And you notice one of them, the sort of like shakes their head, and you notice one shakes her head, and others sort of like almost like look daggers at the person as if to say, "What the flip are you doing?" And they're literally all looking at the floor.
Okay.
Astro wants to reach out his mind to the one that's just shook their head.
Yeah, by all means.
So I am going to be doing telepathy. So you will get, it'll be, if they're unwilling, it will be a willpower.
Yeah. Cool.
Opposed willpower.
Okay, then roll away. Yeah. You actually get a bit of resistance from the mind, but you then manage to connect to it.
What's the person?
So
feeling?
their
What's
surface thoughts at the moment sort of like come out as panic, fear, desperation. They seem to be intently worried about something, and they keep in their mind. The mind keeps sort of like looking down and checking something. It's sort of like constantly. It doesn't. You get the feeling that it's something here, not something elsewhere.
Okay. Astro's going to come across the telepathic link and say, "These people, they are troubled. It is almost as if they have to stay here. Could it be that there's some type of device attached to them?"
I'm going to raise myself about 6 foot in the air, and then I'm going to just hover over the middle of them and look down.
Yeah, they as you hover over them and look down, you notice that they've got their hands wrapped around their knees, so their bottoms are on the floor, hands, but there is something between their chests and their knees. From where you are, it looks like a backpack that's worn round the other way. Does that make sense? You know, so instead of, and it looks like they've all got these. They all seem to be of the same color and make, and they look quite, they're not flat. They look quite chunky and full.
Yeah. could be a bomb with a pressure device, then, by the sounds of it.
Quite possibly. Do you have a demolition skill or anything like that?
No, I have a banner.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, there could be explosives there, but what kind you're not sure without having that knowledge of demolitions. They do look like everybody's got one. So there's now that you're hovering above, you figured there's about 6 people here, and they're all facing inwards.
Okay, there's only one way to find out. So the one that stared daggers at the other woman, I'm going to water blast her away from everybody else to see what happens. No, I'm not. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Okay.
I'm just going to shout. I'm going to not shout. I'm going to talk loudly down to them. Are there bombs in those backpacks?
Roll your influence skill for me, please.
Hello, new improved influence skill.
You notice that when you say this, a couple of the women and one of the men almost like start to whimper and cry, but no words escape their lips at all.
Okay, so maybe they're not allowed to talk either.
Astro's going to start approaching the group, and as he does, he's going to start telepathically communicating with the one that he's got a link with.
Yeah.
And he's just going to be sending out, "You can trust me. I'm here to help. Do not be afraid."
Okay. Yeah. Roll your influence.
Influence.
Do you wear a disguise when you're out, or is it always your blue face with big alien eyes?
It's a
So-
distinctive appearance, yeah.
So let's hope this person doesn't jump up and go up the.
Yeah, the person you talking to suddenly jumps up and starts to run away, and as she runs away, the bomb does go. No, I'm joking. Sorry.
Everybody dies.
Yeah. You say this to the woman, and she actually takes her hands and almost like puts them over her ears to try and stop the voices, if that makes sense. The voices in her head, and
Does her thoughts change at all, though? Or
yes,
it's just the same.
Sure, as you talk to her levels of anguish and fear skyrocket, as if she feels that there's something wrong happening, as if she's going to be in trouble for something.
Okay. When Astro gets to her, they want to sort of like kneel down, and they want to try to have a look what's inside this backpack.
All the backpacks are zipped up.
Okay.
It looks like there's something. They're not flat. It definitely looks like they're holding something, and you even notice that the straps are sort of like sagging, as if it's something quite heavy in it.
Okay. I want to.
Everyone got.
No. It's so I know what I want to do, but I've just looked at it, and it's 2 PowerPoints, and I have 1 PowerPoint, and I can't get PowerPoints back until I've spent that PowerPoint. Are you with me?
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, right.
Well, there's an easy, just waste that PowerPoint and use a point of
Okay,
luck.
do that.
Just
Yeah.
automatically say, I'll use it, or I'll just get rid of it, and then you can roll 1d4 plus 1.
Is anybody else feeling the urge to sneak up behind and tickle one of them?
Just, Misty, are you still in the blast area?
I'll just I'm going to put my shields up.
Are you still hovering?
I'm still hovering just above them. But if I create a big ball of water, that should lessen the blow and maybe save them. It's worth a go.
I don't know if I'm going to trust your bomb-proof water wall.
My physics.
Yeah, so Astro,
okay, so what is it? 1d4 plus 1, did you say?
Yeah, up to your maximum.
I'd hope your maximum is more than 5.
4 plus 1. Okay, so I got 5 back. Okay, so the skill, the power that Astro wants to use, they want to slightly touch the backpack, and they want to use this one.
Oh.
Okay. I just want to make sure that I know which one you're doing, but I just wanted to make sure I heard you said that you wanted to touch one of the backpacks.
I want to. Well, I want to touch the person, the person that has the backpack. I want to touch them, lightly put my hand on their shoulder, and I want to go back.
Misty flies off.
I want to start reliving their life and go back and find out how they got here, and so it's almost like moving backwards through what's happened recently to them.
Yeah, how far can you go back?
Given the time, 3 days, but I don't think I'm going to have 3 days to do.
The hero can go back 1 hour for every minute they remain in contact, up to a maximum number of hours equal to their insights rating. So let's
74 hours I can go back, but
so let's do it round the other way. How long do you want to remain touching this person?
I basically want to see what's happened in the bank, so almost like go back to when they were working, and if the bank robbers came in, what's happened since then. I don't know how long they've been out here.
Right, so you probably want to touch for about 5 minutes then, because that would be like 5 hours, which would take it over the lunch break. So it will be opposed, so you need to roll your willpower.
I think the question should have been, how long do you want to touch a person before it becomes creepy?
Yeah.
Just over 5 minutes.
Yes. Can you touch me here and here?
57. Nice. Okay then, so you start reading their mind, and you start getting what's gone on in the past 5 hours. So
I'll send my thoughts out to the other two as well, just so that they know I'm,
Yeah. Okay then. So Rabbit and Misty, is there anything that you want to do while Astra is touching this lady?
Yes.
Yeah, go for it.
I don't think Rabbit would stand around for this slowness, but she probably also knows it's unwise to run into an unknown situation with lots of guns. So she's going to run over to Network 7 and give an interview.
Okay, then.
since they're calling out.
Cool. And I'm just going to stay here and watch.
Okay,
Touching.
so
Watch
just
touching. Yes.
so just so you know, Rabbit, as you sort of like zoom across the pavement, you catch Susan Cockrell saying, and the weird blue alien is now touching one of the women on the floor with a rather large bony blue hand. Yes, he's now got his eyes closed as well, and he's slowly rocking his head back. Oh, and here comes Rabbit. Rabbit, what's going on?
Well, we're here to solve the problem. We're assessing the situation, and I'm talking to you. We've got everything under control, and it's going to go perfectly well. We're going to stop a bunch of bad guys. We're going to throw their guns on the ground. We might even break their guns or just save them for Banner to break. Stop crime.
Can I? And what is the weird alien called Astro doing over there?
I'll glance back and then glance back to her in the camera. Go, I have no idea, but it's helping. I'm sure of it.
And why are those people sat on the floor with backpacks on? The wrong way round.
Well, I have no idea, but it might be a new fashion statement. All the cool people are wearing their backpacks on the front now, but that's why we have Astro with his magical hands. He's figuring all the things out. He'll figure them out for us, and then we'll go in there, get those guns, break those guns, and bring justice to the people in there.
And she sort of like says, Rabbit, do you mind if we send our cameras in with you?
That seems like a really bad idea because you might get injured. There's guns. There's guns in there. The guns that we're supposed to be breaking.
But you can protect us. The readers, then the watchers of Network 7 would really appreciate this.
I'm gonna put my hands on, or my fists on my hips and say, yeah, I can protect you.
You can make a willpower check if you want to resist.
No, I don't think that Rabbit's able to resist that one.
Susan turns around to Bob, who's filming, says, Bob, you're going into a really dangerous area with the heroes. And he sort of like says, what? He says, don't worry, Rabbit is here to protect you. Ladies and gentlemen, our fearless cameraman, Bob, is going to go in with the heroes, and he's braving life. He could be killed. He could be shot at any time. He is brave, and Bob, you could just see the colour from Bob's face.
Just make sure Bob's wearing that yellow Network 7 top.
Yeah, he's dressed in red, which is all red. Yeah. And he sort of, and she turns around to him and faces the camera and says, Bob, good luck. We are with you on this. And then she sort of like thinks it's cut and says, go on, Bob, stop being a wuss. And that's it. So you, at the same time as this is happening, you get...
Say, come on, Human Shield.
Yeah, you get a bit of both Misty and Rabbit. You get imagery coming through from Astro as he tracks back 5 hours and then retails up this. Now, I'm going to admit anything that the number of times that the lady's been to the restroom or anything like that. I'm just going to give you the key areas that I think you're looking for. So it certainly does look like there was a group of 6 people that stormed into the bank. They had light pistols in. You see them coming in, and you see this woman look worried, and somebody else screams, and she sort of like looked to one side, and you see through her eyes, you see the manager reach underneath the table and press the button. You hear the orders from the robbers to congregate in the front area. You see them saying that there are bombs there's explosives in the backpacks, and if they talk or do anything, they will be remotely detonated and they will explode. They are to sit outside, and you notice that when the backpack comes on, the woman feels how heavy it is, and they're not allowed to touch them. They get told that if they touch the backpacks, that could accidentally blow it up. They also seem to have very strict instructions not to interact with the police, not to call the police, not to do anything until the robbers are safely away. And they're all, she just sort of like relives this, and then they're sort of like filing out. And beforehand, they were told to sit in this corner. And the final thing that you hear from them as she walks out is the robber says that they will be watching. We will be watching you. One false move and kaboom. The robbers inside have the wonderful clown masks on, full face clown masks. Like I mentioned, they do seem to have guns. They seem to have handguns, pistols, semi-automatics, and they were not kind. You also see as she walks out, she looks behind, and you can see two of the robbers, each holding a hostage, another member from the bank, and they've literally got their gun. The robbers got the gun to the hostage's head and just pointing it there. And she sort of like sees this, and one of them's her friend, and the woman as a hostage is crying, and this woman is crying. And you notice as you relive what's going on, the woman becomes more emotional as well. And then just as you get out, you sort of go and break the connection.
So as far as Astra is concerned, there's 6 people in there armed, and then there's only 2 civilians left, both being held hostage. Or was there anybody else? Yes, as we were sort of like looking around, was there anybody?
When she came out, the only thing she saw in the in the hallway, in the entrance part of the bank, were these 2 men or 2 robbers with face masks on, holding hostages. There must be more. She saw a total of 6 coming in.
Okay, so Astra is going to break the connection and stand up. He's going to keep telepathic link, but then they want to look up and have a look at the frontage of the building to see whether or not there's any cameras, specifically cameras that might be pointing in just down into this area, or ones that's moved to look at these people on the floor.
The bank quite naturally has surveillance outside. So they have it on both corners so there's a camera here and a camera here as well. Rabbit returns with a rather worried looking cameraman who's filming the group of people.
Can I do something to try and reassure him while we make our way over here?
You know you're not Bartleby, and you don't have a pacify spell that you could use at this point.
Well, there goes my plan. No, I want to try and like give him some confidence in our abilities by doing a backflip, just a random backflip for the camera to be like, See, you'll
Yeah,
be fine.
go
I have
for it.
acrobatics.
Yeah, go for it. Just don't fumble
Standing.
it.
Backflip.
you
Face
could
plant.
you could take minutes of it and limber up before you go, and it's not
Would my
the
parkour help
Hang
me
on.
instead there? 'Cause
Yes.
I have the parkour boost. I think that might make it easy in the sense of usually that's for vaulting over objects though. And I just
No,
said
well, you
standing.
can make it easy with your parkour. Do you need to do a
But-
PowerPoint for that?
Do you think it's going
Uh,
to be a bit rubbish? I'm stood there good. 1, 2.
no, zero cost.
Oh, brilliant.
yeah, just ignores movement penalties, I guess. But,
You can do that and do a backflip as you bring him over. Let's roll his willpower. It's 25, by the way. He seems to be impressed for a moment, but he doesn't. He looks pretty worried.
Well, guys, this is Bob. He's going to help us by showing the truth. What's the plan?
This is Bob. He's the replacement for Banner. He's going to be.
Yeah, he's almost as good as Banner. He doesn't break as many things.
Yet.
So what's the plan? We got to act fast. I heard that there's a couple guys in there too in the lobby that have guns, hostages.
Yeah, the thing is, they're just, if anybody touches backpacks, you're going to blow them up. They haven't done yet.
Because
there's
they're all
nobody-
sitting nice there.
So there's nobody
So-
watching these group of people at the moment.
I mean, maybe they are and they're prepared. We need to act fast.
No,
There's 2 people with 2 guns. I can probably take one. One of you guys has to take the other.
none of you have touched the backpacks. I did
Yeah, that's
I
cool.
did, because I think I asked Astro very
Oh, you
clearly.
did, didn't you? Sorry, yes.
Yeah. And he suddenly said that he touched a person instead.
And he liked it.
Yeah. And there was no consent given, I
No
noticed.
I think Cloud had missed at the door. Then Rabbit runs in and disarms everybody.
Well, I mean, as I just said, I could probably get one, but by the time I get to the second one, they might have pulled the trigger.
Astro, have you got any
Yes.
powers to stop them from firing the guns? Got any way of stopping them from firing the guns? It's the ones with the hostages we want to be concentrating on.
I can control the minds.
Ooh, get them to shoot each other.
But I am worried about these people outside with the backpacks.
We'll be fine. We'll be inside. The blast won't get us.
Oh, Astro, you don't have the plan, I guess. The plan is that we go in there, beat them all up, break their guns, throw the guns out into the street, and then we beat one of them until they solve the problem. I learned that one from Banner and the streets.
How quickly can you collect these backpacks?
Oh,
Fast.
There's going to be one with a dodgy catch that you won't be able to take off.
yeah.
I mean, when I really focus, I can go really, really fast. I like to call it hyper fast because that's what it's called. But I don't know how quick the triggers in these bombs work. I might get like 100 feet before they go off. I might be able to get all the way to the Lancaster flow. I don't know how quickly they get set off. They might have a very, very short fuse. They might be like instantaneous, and that would mean 150 feet.
On the flashback, these men came running into the bank with these backpacks, didn't they?
Yes.
I mean, they
the
probably
ne-
have to prime them.
All you have to do
yeah, good point.
is collect them and then throw them through a portal.
Oh. Well, that kind of negates the rest of the plan of going in, breaking the guns,
If they explode, they will explode elsewhere.
Do you really think we should do this before we go in and save the hostages?
I do.
I think I see like a window right there. They could walk by any moment and see us out here and be like, oh, well, bomb. Or Well, I guess if we're solving the bomb problem, that wouldn't make any sense.
Bob turns to you, Rabbit, and says, "Why are you all stood there very quiet?"
We like to think at each other very loudly. It's a superhero thing. We're all thinking about the plan. Obviously, Bob, you know, we got to go in. We got to solve this problem with the people in the bombs. We got to get the guns. We got to break the guns. Some people, I'm going to look at Astro and back to Bob, aren't getting the plan.
As far as Metro City goes, landmarks, there's the big river flowing through it, isn't there?
A Lancaster flow, yeah. With several bridges over it.
Would I be able to open a portal above it so that if anything was, if these backpacks were thrown through, they would just then fall into the water? And if they were going to explode, they would explode there. If not, I would want to find maybe a landmark, maybe in a part of the, I don't know, is there sort of like on the outskirts and in, somewhere where there's not a lot of population? I can go sort of like 16 kilometers away.
If Banner were here, he'd just suggest like the middle of the slums.
Yeah. Kill two birds with one stone.
Toys R Us.
Yeah.
As long as it's within your range of
16 kilometers is my range.
We're not that far away from the water, are we?
16 what? Sorry, 16 meters.
Kilometers.
Oh yeah, you can quite easily open a portal. Rabbit, what's your hyper thing that you're doing?
If we go through with this plan, which I'm not sure I can grab 6 really quick, it would be this one, and I believe it'd be the cost 2 action, the second part.
Perform a task or much faster, dividing the normal amount of time by their speed multiplied by spending. Oh yeah.
Oh, by my speed multiplier.
Yeah. Dividing the normal amount of time by their speed multiplier by spending 2 power points.
Where's my speed multiplier? That, because that can't just be my, that's like it's my speed is 48 and it's normally a 6. That's a pretty big.
What's the power? What's the core power called?
Enhanced speed on page 92. See, dexterity plus con gives me a 34.
Yeah,
so it'd be times 8 is my multiplier.
Yeah, that's just. So you would do an action divided by. So if it took 8 minutes, normally it would take 1 minute for you to do, isn't it? That's what it's saying.
That is correct.
So
as long as I spend the 2 points.
Yeah. So
if this would maybe take 6 actions, so it would take less than an action. An action each to take the backpacks off. Would it be something like that?
Well,
that's how you like phrase it as the extended task, I guess.
Yeah. So an extended task is like normally you have like a pool, if you remember, and you do dice rolls to reduce the pool. I think what we're going to say here is, okay, if the 6 backpacks were just on the floor and not attached to people, then you could actually pick them up a lot quicker. Mm-hmm. But you're going to have to get them off people.
And
my brawn isn't that good.
Yeah, they might not be willing either because it's get off it's my bomb.
Yeah,
you can try it.
I'm not confident about this one. If it was on the floor, yeah, I would agree. I could probably sling that real quick, but I think we might do better to get somebody to dismantle them for us. But then we're leaving these people out here. They might just get triggered once we go in, fight back. If it's like remote powered.
Ooh, decisions.
The need of the many outweigh the need of the few.
I don't know how that applies here, but I all I can do is go fast.
If we mess up,
Yeah.
they can kill 6 people out here with one action. But if those backpacks are gone, if we mess up, only 2 people are going to die in the bank.
How did the robbers look? Like
They had masks on.
well, I mean,
Clown masks.
like not like their appearance, but like how they're dressed. Like how upper class do you think they might be, or lower class? Because it dawns on me that bombs would be expensive, and they could probably solve the same problem by getting a little bit of heavy metal, putting it in a backpack, and saying it's a bomb, don't touch it.
Some bricks.
The
But the person that you took the memories of probably wouldn't know that or not. It's just I'm curious if they're wearing nice suits or if they're
no, they were wearing they would dress casually, but not poorly.
Did they do anything with the backpacks before they gave them to the women to wear?
No, they
So
all
didn't
asked. Yeah,
trigger
no,
something to just
no.
put it on
All
there and went,
Astros saw was them coming in with the backpacks and then almost like holding them by the straps and ordering the woman to walk forward and put her arms through it and to pop it on.
so there's no activation whatsoever. Just wear this and away you go.
Astro's voice comes across and it says, "It is almost as if they expected not to achieve robbing the bank."
I think it's almost like they want to use this as a distraction for us to wait our time on while they sneak out the back.
Okay.
That makes me angry. That makes me need to go fast.
At that point, some things are about to happen.
Sure.
The first thing, Astro, you're sort of like busy chatting in your telepathy, and well, you notice something in your peripheral vision. It appears that one of the people sat here has just drawn a pistol.
Sorry, sat where?
Here in this group.
Oh, right, yeah. Sorry.
One of them has just drawn a pistol and is firing at you. So you have a choice. You can stay still and take the shot, or you can actually evade and try to get out of the way.
I am going to do neither. My precognition clicks in just as they're raising their gun, and I see it, and I'll step to one side as they fire, and it'll miss. It'll make it one difficulty higher. They may still hit me, but
all right. So, and do you need to make any PowerPoints for that?
No, that is. Let me link it for you. Precognition. So I get 6 of them. So this is one of them. You get to roll a D100. If it comes up 96 to 100, I get cosmic backlash for finding out what happens in in time.
Okay, then. So
it's
let's.
it's a limit of mine.
let's just roll that 57.
Okay, so that's fine.
And therefore, my attack at you now is
1 grade harder.
yeah. Okay. Then. So normally it would be standard, but this is going to be hard at you. Okay. Yeah. So he one of this group pulls out a pistol, a light pistol, and fires it at you, but your precognition steps in momentarily, and you step to one side, and the bullet goes straight into Misty, who's now
Who doesn't have precognition?
You knew that would happen, though.
Yeah.
and as you saw, like, just step to one side as this bullet flies past you, and the women on the floor scream and almost like put their hands over their ears, and at the same time you hear the security van. Remember the security van?
Yeah.
Yes.
Power up. The engine comes on, and at this point we are going to move into initiative, please.
Pixie rabbits.
All right. Wow.
I love it. Your initiative is out of this world.
I got my best roll.
Oh my god.
Hang on, let me just roll my initiative for my bank robbers. 11. Okay then. So yeah, go for it.
Just reading back from what I picked up from this woman where they're in the bank. Was this person working in the bank the one that's in with this crowd?
She doesn't know.
Right.
I mean, she doesn't actually know at the moment who's done the shot.
It could have been a customer, couldn't it?
But as we go straight into combat, Rabbit, you are up at 32. What would you like to do?
Would it take my turn to activate my quarterstaff?
Yes, just like readying a weapon.
In that case, I want to lunge forward and do an unarmed strike on him.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm trained in that. So here is my unarmed.
So you go move your character up to the cross, and you hit the guy with the gun and a backpack around his chest.
Yes, because I'm not thinking. I'm just punching. Yes.
Yeah, nice. A critical hit. So he will try to parry your blow as a reactive action with his unarmed, but fails. So you'll have double special hit location and damage.
Can I do max damage and disarm? Is disarm a...
Yeah. It's just a normal disarm's just a normal critical, so normal special, so that's absolutely fine.
Okay, so my max damage would be 3 because I don't have a damage modifier, and punching and slapping does a D3. So I'm not trying to kill him. I'm not Banner. I just want to like hit him somewhere and then kick his wrist or something to cause the gun to fly off. That's my goal.
Yeah. So disarm actually gets a roll, I think.
I believe so, but I believe it's opposed.
It is target makes a combat style roll versus the disarmer's original roll. So I'm doing my combat again. And yeah, I failed that. Fail at that. So the pistol sort of like goes flying over, and we'll say that it skids to Bob's feet at that point. Could you do
Here's the hit location would be in
his
his 19.
head?
So I'm gonna punch him in the head and kick him in the wrist.
Yeah, it's sort of like for 3 points of damage. Yeah. Okay.
Correct.
Then, right, hang on. Let me just check.
He only had 2 points in his head.
Oh
no!
I just need to check on the blast radius of 8 bombs going off.
Okay.
6, sorry, not 8.
Good time to have regeneration.
Yeah. You're fine, aren't you?
I'll use my precognition to take a step back, just in case.
You knew Rabbit would do this.
Yeah, okay, then I've got that. So yeah, you sort of like whack him over the head, and he takes a nasty blow there, and you then knock his gun over to one side. Rabbit, just make. Oh no, let's do the rest of this first. Astro, you're next.
You're
up.
going really choppy.
Okay, that wasn't just my internet.
No,
Yeah,
no,
you
you're
chopped
going
out a little
really
bit there.
choppy. Yeah.
Me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you went really choppy. You just said, just let's, and then we didn't hear anything else.
Oh yeah,
after that.
I said let's do something, and then I thought no, let's do a round of combat first, and then do something. So Astro, you're up.
Okay, Astro wants to take a step so that he can see the van and maybe the driver. And if he can see the driver, he wants to see whether or not he can get a telepathic link on them.
Yeah, so this is a wire gate here. So you can see there's a driver and there's a person riding shotgun as well.
So I want to use a PowerPoint to get a telepathic link on the driver.
Yeah, nice.
I should be in range. Just let me check my range. 32 meters. It's an action. I don't know whether or not no, it's not. I don't need to use a PowerPoint to get a telepathic link.
Okay.
I don't think.
So yeah, it's within 32.
Yeah, so it's an opposed willpower.
All right, just 1 second. Need to clear this and put 22 in there. Okay then. What do you say? Willpower.
Opposed
did you say?
Willpower, yeah.
Yeah. Have you done yours? 31. Oh, come on, critical. Oh, he does make it, but it's a post roll, so you get the you establish the link.
Okay, so that's an action. Is that me done?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's me
and
done
then Misty. Misty.
I was muted, sorry. I can see the driver from where I am, or the cab of the truck.
Yeah, so this is a pavement here, and this is a wire fence.
So
yeah.
I can see through that, and I can see inside the cab of the truck, yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant stuff. I'm going to start pulling moisture out of the air, and I'm going to create a cube. I'm going to fill the cab full of water, basically.
Okay, then. So let me know what power that is.
That is a creation. Large creation. Let me post it if I can.
Yeah.
How do I post it?
It should just be that's it. But they can create objects up to his power in size. Yeah. So that'll be 2 points, and you don't need to make a roll, I don't think.
No, I don't.
No. So the cab starts to fill up with water, and we come to bank robber go. Okay, then. So the guy in front of you, Rabbit, the guy in front of you tries to hit you because you're giving him a bit of a slap round the head, and he's not happy about that.
A critical slap.
Yeah, a critical slap, and you knocked his gun out of his hand. So he's going to go, oh yeah, and he's just like comes up. You just see the fist coming round.
I would like to use a neat little ability that I've never used before called
No.
Bad Penny.
Oh yes.
So I spend a point of luck, and that turns your normal success into a failure.
Nice. Yeah. So he sort of like goes for it, and you think it's going to hit your face, but it almost like goes shoom past your nose as you just sort of like step back a little way. That's them. So the guys in the truck, two things happen. Water seems to be piling up inside of them. And you notice that they both open the door rather than driving away. They both failed their willpower checks. So they both open the doors to get out of the cab, and the doors open and they sort of like dive out, and the water starts flooding out. And then at the same time, let me just roll this one and this one. Okay. So at the same time, you notice coming out of the bank are two other thugs, bank robbers. They've got their clown mask on and everything. And one of them shoots at you, Rabbit, but misses. And the other one shoots at Bob and hits him. Let's see where he gets hit.
Bob, use your superpowers.
He gets hit in his 13. He gets hit in his arm, the arm he's carrying his camera on.
I bet it hits the camera.
And it does 6 points of damage, which is his maximum damage into his arm. And it sort of like goes through his arm, and Bob needs to roll his endurance, which is 40, just so you know. Yeah, and it's all like that, and it sort of like hits him, and his arm goes dead, and he cries out as he falls to the floor, and his camera falls to the floor as well. And at this point, before we go into the next turn, two things. We're going to take our break before we go into the next turn. But Rabbit, can you roll a perception check for me, please?
Oh, yeah, I was just putting points into this. I would like to re-roll.
You should have put more points into it.
I only had 8 points to spend.
You can just reverse it.
Oh, yeah, I'll reverse it.
Yeah. So the guy who fired at you and has tried to hit you, the guy that fired at Astro and also tried to hit you, you do notice that he's wearing an earpiece in his ear. Okay, folks, we are going to take a quick break there. We will be back at 1:45. So please go off, grab yourself something to eat and drink, and come back and see how well the party deals with these bank robbers. Yeah, so come back. So we're coming straight to you, Rabbit, on your 32. What would you like to do?
I would like to try and use my speed charge boost.
Nice.
That's the one where I do that super charge and I spend extra points. I'll just post it. Spend extra points to hit more targets along the way.
Yeah.
My question is, how many of these people could I hit? Like the guy next to me, does that count like as a starting point for the charge as I run over there, or would that not fit?
Yeah, the two people to charge and hit would be these two here.
All right. In that case, I'm going to
I think
spend the extra point.
This one is a little bit too close to charge and run.
Yeah, that makes sense. I just thought I'd ask. So yeah, it's 2 points for the first and then an additional 1, so that'll cost me 3.
Okay.
You could do the furthest one, the middle one, and then come back to the other one.
Oh, you could do that, yeah. If it's within your movement.
I can move 48. So
48 meters.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you could do him, and then back to him.
Yeah.
If I'm allowed to do that, I'll spend the extra point.
Yeah. And then you can
And I'd be back to basically where I started.
I've got an arrow on now that I can't get rid of. How do I get rid of? Never mind. It's fine. It's fine.
This is also
it's gone now.
Harder for you to evade or parry by 1 grade.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. This is my fun power.
Okay, then go for it.
So I'll move myself over to this guy first.
Yeah.
So here is my attack. I'm still unarmed. So this is just crowd control. Yep.
So he
Right.
okay, so he will try to evade because I don't think he will be able to try to oh, hang on, you're unarmed, aren't you?
I am unarmed.
Yeah, no, he'll still try to get out the way. He'll need a crit, but that's fine. So do some damage.
I don't get. Oh wait, do I get a special with this one? Don't I? Just a normal?
Yeah, it's just like a normal attack. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go for a disarm. And the hit location will be in his 5.
Nice.
Which should be a left leg.
Yeah.
And,
it is his left leg.
We will see how much. Oh, actually, I don't need to manually type that. I can do my punchies and slappies. Right. Yeah.
All the tension. Nothing's coming up for me.
I'm gonna click it again. That's weird. Okay, I'll just manually roll it. It's called punchies and slappies. I thought that'd be funny.
Are you doing your? Is it your?
It's in my weapons. Here's my quarterstaff. Weird. Oh, that's right. You have to star the weapon to be able to use it.
Yes.
There we go.
There you go. Right, hang on. We'll take the first. We'll take the 3 off his leg, for the first one. Okay.
And you can resist my disarm.
Yes, I can. With my, it's my combat style, isn't it? Yeah.
Correct.
Oh. No, you're not taking it off me,
Wow.
mister. You're not taking it off me. 3 points to my leg. Okay, then goes down to that. And the other one.
Going to go right on up and swing. That's not a very good one.
Right, he'll try to use his evade, which he fails.
All right, then I will go for a trip just to mix things up.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Roll 1d20. trip you in the face. No, 17 should be his left arm. And
Yeah, do some damage for me.
oh wait, scratch that. I know how to roll. I should be rolling with this. Pow, 1 damage.
Okay. Takes me down
And then you can resist my trip.
Where's your stuff?
He hasn't got it out.
I'm going too fast to use it right now.
He suddenly thought, no, I just got to do something. So I must make an opposed roll of brawn, evade, or acrobatics against your attack.
24.
24. Well, I'm going to go brawn because that's my best one, but not good enough. Not good enough. So this is this one here that's prone now, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's just get him down on the floor like that. Okay, and then back to the one at the beginning.
Yeah. Just punching everybody. That's what I do. Punch. 45.
45. So he's going to unarmed because that's what he did last time. 36. So therefore we're equal pegging. We both succeed because it's a differential roll when we parry, and we both got the same size weapons. So it's going to reduce all the damage. Isn't
I
it?
would like to be a bad penny right now and give you another point of luck.
Thank you very much. Okay, then if I get a critical now,
well, that would technically just make you down a level, so you're a failure here with the 36
all right,
rather than
see, yeah,
a reroll.
So
it's a slightly better than the reroll move.
So what? Oh, I just fail altogether.
Where is it? Here we are. Yes, I can just give you luck. It's part of the lucky core power.
Oh yeah. So it just if it was a success. So if I was a critical, it would take it down to a standard success.
That's
and
correct.
Because it's a standard, it's taking it down to a fail. Yeah. Okay.
That's very nice. That.
So that means he doesn't succeed, and I can
You
go
can
ahead
do
with
some
the
damage.
You
have a special as well. He is injured in his head.
Yeah, I'm going to choose location head. So I don't need to do that. I'm not going to manually roll because I know how to roll like a normal person. Don't walk me.
Nice.
Nice. That knocks him out.
Slap the earpiece out of his head.
Yeah, you saw like this earpiece goes flying off, and he sort of like crumbles to the floor. And at that point, the rest of the people see him go down, and the people in front of the women and men with these bombs on stand up and start to run off in various directions, taking off their backpacks as they go, and just sort of like throwing them left, right, and center like bouncing bombs. Astro, you are up.
So the first thing that Astro does across the telepathic link, he puts out, I count 5. There was 6. And he's going to, there's a couple of people down here, isn't there? One I've already got a telepathic link on.
There's the driver and the shotgun person.
Okay, I'm at a weird situation with my PowerPoints, whereas I only have 2 left, and the thing that I need to do costs 3. So I'm going to have to burn PowerPoints to get it down to 0, so I can use a point of luck to get.
You can use. Hang on, you can use a heroic point and not burn them.
What's a heroic point?
Heroic point is how it's like your group luck. So every month you as a group, you have 4 heroic points.
I'll just use my telepathic link on the passenger of the van. So I'll put him onto a telepathic link. And am I picking anything up from these 2 that I've got links on? Well, I need to do a roll first. Let me do the roll. I got an 11.
Oh yeah, so he needs a willpower check, doesn't he? He fails.
Okay. Don't forget, anybody who I have a link with, they can try to force me out using their action.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep you in.
Just so. Okay.
So have you got telepathic links with both the driver and the shotgun rider now then?
Yes.
Okay then. Yeah.
Excuse me, they don't have luck points.
No.
They don't have luck points. They're just rabble. Yeah, so you're linked, but you're not controlling or anything like that.
No. I need 3 power points to do mind control.
Okay.
And now I'm down to 1. So
you're not using an heroic point to.
I won't use a.
Okay.
It's something that I'm gonna have to work out how to do it, because I think I'm gonna be out of power a lot.
I mean,
okay.
I would vote yes on giving you the heroic point. If that gets you some more juice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll leave it for the time being.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. And Misty, you're up on 17.
Indeed. The closest one, well, this one here, should I say, I'm going to push my hands forward like this, and there'll be a very thick funnel of water flying towards him.
Okay.
It's more like a bludgeoning bash more than anything else.
And this is your water blast, isn't
This
it?
is my water blast, yes. That's the most palpable hit.
Oh, yes.
I
nice.
could reverse it and make it. I'm going to look at reverse that if you don't mind.
Yeah. So that would be a crit. What's my? Is it just like I can evade?
It's a ranged attack.
Yeah. So I could evade, or if I had a shield, I'll be able to block. But I don't have a shield, so let's. Oh, hang on a minute, because I have to be careful with my. This is number 1. Doing this chink. This is my evade. I failed that, so I need some damage, special damage and hit location.
Yeah. Damage is going to be bypass armor.
So your
special is going to be bypass armor. Sorry.
Yeah. Is that a normal one?
I think it is. I've not got my special sheet here. Sorry.
I thought. Well, I mean, because you reversed it, so a 1 would be a critical.
Oh, yeah. I get 2, don't I? Anyway, yeah.
So I think bypass armor. Let me just check.
Well, I'll do maximum damage in that case then for my main special.
Yeah, well, you'll have 2 crits in any case, wouldn't you?
Don't worry about the bypass armor. I'm going to do choose location.
This is interesting.
No, I can't do choose location.
It's not in.
In Destined?
Yeah.
Oh.
Bypassed armor is not in. Oh, yes, it's called circumvent armor, and it's a critical. Yeah,
it's a crit. Well, ignore that. I'll do maximum damage.
Yeah, you got 2 crits though.
Yeah, but one's a special crit and one's an ordinary crit, isn't it?
You can, if you have a crit hit, you can choose 2 crits.
Oh, in that case, yeah, maximum bypass armor and maximum damage.
Circumvent armor, and yes, and maximum damage. So I need a hit location for you.
Please don't be your leg.
What? Something odorous.
Why have I? What?
Oh, something odorless affects which sense?
We're doing crossword. We're doing a crossword.
I don't know.
How does that affect you?
Oh, they're watching something on TV. 16, which looks like it's going to be a left arm.
Yeah, and
Damage is
And-
going to be 16 points.
oh, that just blows him out the water. He's sort of like that was almost like getting into how big's your blast?
My water blast is force large.
Oh yeah. So that sort of like whacks into him and forces him back, and he just crumbles onto the floor unconscious. Okay. That's done. Okay then. So this guy is going to use his action. That's a nice blast, Misty.
I think it was the last time we played. I think it's a little bit OP for what it is. But
It's not after banner. Nothing's.
no,
It's-
true.
Your ranged banner.
yeah. So this guy uses his action to get up, and so let me just do this because I haven't put them on. I think. So these are the two people, two robbers over here. So Astro, what if you've established a telepathic link with them both? What do you read? Do you read surface thoughts and everything now then from them?
Yeah. So the telepathic link is that I would get surface thoughts
From both of them.
Yeah, so the link allows
Get out of my mind!
The link allows instantaneous communication of surface thoughts and images, although both must share a common language to understand words.
Okay then. So I mean, it's quite easy to ascertain. They're very wet because there's been nearly drowning in Cap. They started to, although they seemed very positive to start off with, they're now a lot more concerned and worried about things.
Does it come through sort of like fight or flee? Are they?
Yeah, and they're sort of like trying to decipher a way out of here at the moment. But they'll use their action to get up off the floor because they would have been on the floor coming out of the watery cab, which brings us on to turn 3 for anybody who's still got actions left. So if you've got 3 actions and you haven't used up any reactive actions, you are up.
That
Rabbit.
should be me.
Yeah.
So
the only one, this one is still, he's just got up from when you knocked him down.
And I would like to move on over there and slap him back down.
Okay, then. Slap away. Is this a power charge again?
No. So he doesn't, it would be at a normal grade for him in this case, rather than a hard grade.
I've got no actions left, so you got a free.
Well,
you got a free. You got a free slap. Yeah. Okay then. So that's hit. So you'll get a special hit location and damage.
Let's go with.
He is hit. He's been hit already, hasn't he? He was hit in his left arm before.
And he still has his gun. So I'm going to go for a disarm and a 13. And
that's his right arm, which is the one that he's got his gun on. For 2 points of damage, that takes it down to that. And I need to make a a combat thing against your original roll of 33. He fails, so he's now disarmed. He's now disarmed, but he's still up. He's got a bit of, you sort of like give him a dead arm right on the muscle, and he's like, his pistol falls from his hand. And Astro, you're up.
So Astro will add this person to get a telepathic link on.
He's out cold.
All right, is this one up?
Yeah, that's the one that Rabbit is fighting at the moment.
Okay, that's what I should do. I got a 46 on my willpower.
So you're just doing this to use power rolls up, aren't you?
Yeah, so I've now got rid of my power points, so I want to use a luck point.
Right.
To hopefully get at least 3.
Okay then. There you go.
Yeah.
And Misty, you're up next.
This one down here in the crowd is out now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's out. This one's out.
And this one's still up. So
he's fighting. So you can see you see Rabbit go shooting off, in pure flash style. So if you won't be able to fire into that combat unless you take a penalty. And then you've got by the van, you've got these two here who just are soaking wet and are just sort of like getting up.
Right, I'm not Hazra, so I'm not going to do that. But what I am going to do is I'm going to fly myself up and over to here. And when I get there, I'm going to point my hands at them. I'm not going to fire anything, but I'm going to say, lay down your weapons and surrender.
Okay then. What?
Is that influence, isn't it?
Or intimidation?
I don't have intimidation, sadly.
Oh, that's a shame.
Professional.
I know. I need to pick it up.
Okay then. So what are we on? 31. Okay then. So these are their willpowers here. So the one on the left first fails. The one on the right fails as well, and they drop their weapons and almost like put their hands on their heads. Right. Okay then. At this point, I think Rabbit, you can knock this guy out quite easily. That's not going to be a problem at all. And yeah, the rucksack people have run. You've got these two here. Does anybody want to do anything else? Bob's bleeding out.
I want to get him to some help. Start dragging him into
dragging
the crowd, I guess.
by the hair.
I was hoping by the arms.
Take it back to Susan and say, this one's broken. Can we have another one?
Can I have another one, please? Do you have first? Do you have a first aid skill?
I do. I may as well see if I can do anything to slow down the bleeding.
No, you can't.
I'd like to spend a point of luck to see if maybe I can.
Okay.
Can I use can I, as he's doing that, I'm going to go over and I'm going to use and let me see what it's called. I'm going to use Shared Fate on Rabbit, which makes it 1 grade easier for the first aid.
Okay.
Check. So as Rabbit's just about to do something, she sort of like gets a glimpse that that's where she needs to apply pressure or something before she actually does it.
Okay, so what?
Does she?
It'll be 1 grade easier for whatever the
So,
skill chance is.
so you're going to have to use a point of luck still if you want to re-roll it, because 1 grade easier.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
So
I assume that like she's looking around, like trying to figure out. I actually don't know what I'm doing. Point of luck is when she then also gets the shared fate.
Nice. Does that cost power points to do, Astro?
Yeah.
Right. Go for it, Rabbit.
Here is my reroll.
He's sort of like you slap something on, but it's not working that well. But you suddenly decide you're probably more of a fighter than a nurse. You know, it's not what you would normally do. But you notice that Susan comes over. Susan Cockrell comes over and sort of like looks at Bob, sort of like holding his arm, and he looks up at her, and she looks down at him and says, "You've broken the camera, Bob. You've broken the camera.
You had one job.
You had one job and you broke the camera.
Job.
Now you're fired." And that's no, she doesn't say that. She looks very.
Okay.
She doesn't look cross. She just looks extremely disappointed. That's what it
That's
is.
the worst thing ever. That no job. Bob is getting disappointed.
And you do notice shortly after this that some cop cars arrive to take away your prisoners, Misty, because you've got 2 villains. You do also notice who gives themselves up. The third one did someone, because I think somebody realized that there was only 5 out. The 6th one is in the back of the van with the money. So that's where he was. So cop cars arrive and sort of like put everybody, lock them away. And they sort of like say things like, "And I would have got away if it wasn't for you supers." I just hit my follow girl. 4,300 followers. Thank you,
Nice.
Nox Magnus. Welcome in. So yeah, and there's Rabbit. You get called over to do an interview. Just to let you know, looking in any of the rucksacks, there wasn't any explosive in them at all. They were just heavy objects. You figure that it was a delaying tactic to allow the rest of the robbers to get the money out of the bank and into the van that they had stolen, which was down the side that Misty filled up with water, and used her commanding influence check to tell them to sort of like do it. D&D cancelled for us. They needed tabletop fix. As my players learn 5.5. That's brilliant. Well, welcome in. This system is called Mithras, and the game is Destined. So it's the same rules as we play for our fantasy, but just in a superhero version of it. Okay, so job well done. Poor Bob injured, but that's it. All the money's in the van, in the security van. I did have, just so you know, the chase rules ready in case it came to that. But luckily, it didn't. And no property was damaged at all in the whole of the encounter.
Yeah,
So-
we need to
Huh.
get more insurance for Banner, don't we?
Yeah, yeah. It'd be interesting what Banner is
Oh.
like the next time he returns. You'll find out next time. So thank you for that sub as well. I would normally sing a song, but we don't do it while we're GMing. I have enough to think about. But thank you for that. I really do appreciate it. Okay, then. At this point, it looks as if you're done for the day. So you can retire to that's what a bard is for. Thank you. I appreciate that. Darthian said no banner, no property damage. Maybe there's a connection there somewhere.
No, Darth.
So you can head back to Misty's accommodation or wherever you stay the night for a bit of a rest.
As we're going back, I'm going to go to Susan Cockerell, and I said to her, spread the word. While there are problems with the police, we are here to take
I love Misty's
criminals.
I love Misty's deep voice.
Deep voice. I would try to do Morella Fostrop, but I can't.
It's as if you tried to be like Banner.
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am. Yes, and she sort of like she says, once I get a cameraman who has a working camera, I will do that, Misty. Well done, a job well done. And Rabbit, thank you for protecting Bob.
No.
I'll just do it. I'll try and do another backflip in the background. I'm just like 10, 15 feet away, and it's just like I shrug and do a backflip.
Go for it.
A backflip and a shimmer.
Yeah, you could actually use a point of luck and make it a critical and do 2 backflips and a tuck roll or something, or a layout somersault or something. But yeah, you do it, and so the people around sort of like clap you and say, oh, and there seems to be a mutter going around. You sort of like hear it a bit every now and again. That so where's Banner? Maybe he's been kicked out. Maybe after the last thing, they sort of like kicked him out. Maybe he's gone solo now. Maybe.
Is that a possibility?
Oh, you just wait. Yeah, and everybody sort of like cheers and says well done, and you head back to your places of residence. And just out of interest, Rabbit, when you go back to your slums, because you know where Banner lives, he's not actually there. He's not actually at his accommodation, so you're not too sure where he is. You even notice that the Honda Civic is gone. That's not there either.
Interesting.
So-
But he lives his own life, and I don't. As long as he's not necessarily rampaging near me, I feel fine.
Nice. Okay, then. So you sleep through the night, and there's only a couple of times that you check your cops, your citizens on patrol devices, and Ollie seems to calls you in before you all head off, and sort of like he sort of like says that he's going to try not to wake you during the night, because he realizes that you have to replenish your superness. But it's actually quite early in the morning, roughly about 5 a.m., that you get a call from Shirley Springer. Okay, let me just find my page.
I will have turned the volume back up on the cops device when he said he's not going to ring us.
Got you.
I had it on silence.
You had it on silent. Do not disturb.
That's right.
Okay. I just need to move my my laptop in front of me so I can read it. Okay, so about 5 o'clock in the morning, your mobile devices go off, and it's a message straight from Shirley Springer. She looks as if she's pulled an all-nighter. She's in the same clothes as yesterday, and there's several strands of hair on her head out of place. And should you connect, she says, "Heroes, we have made a breakthrough. We have checked our records, and the coffee machines were installed by a new company that is located in the warehouse district close to the Lancaster flow. They have only recently taken over the contract, so we assume that the coffee was put into the machines at source, and we were just getting to the batch, or the virus makers had refilled them and put new stuff in that caused the poison or the virus. We are searching through our in-building security footage as I speak to you, but we would like you to go and check out the company. It might be nothing, but we can't spare the staff to check it now. Just to remind you, we have no evidence that the company was involved, so please do not go in guns blazing." She pauses for a moment as if she's looking at someone in particular. "Once you have some information, please report back via your dispatcher, Officer Ollie Olson. We'll send you the location of the warehouse to your devices. Good luck."
Right, thank you, Shirley. Now, legally, we don't really have any way of going in the building unless we're going guns blazing. Well,
Legally.
yeah, legally, 'cause we can't just break into somewhere to find out if have we got a search warrant?
It might just be open.
Yeah. Okay.
The business might
Wouldn't
just
we have probable cause though?
Yeah, possibly. But let's do it. Let's find out.
Well, hold on. We do have a reason we could go in there. We could leverage our superness to our advantage here.
Get a free coffee machine for the house.
Yeah.
Sponsorship, branding. If you come in asking about a sponsor deal, that might get us in and might make it so that some of us can splinter off and some of us can get a bunch of free coffee.
Yeah, and you could just do like a little advert saying, "If you want coffee, quick." No. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll let the writers do the writing, I guess.
Okay.
We'll do the supering, but because if they're not expecting me to write my own lines, it's going to be a big problem.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Okay. Do you want to perform any lookup or checkups before you head out, or is the plan to head straight down there?
I wouldn't mind having a look at the general area, like on a Google Maps type thing, just to see if we can get a view of it.
Yeah, so it's just like the real estate down by the Lancaster flow. On one side, it's on Metro City side. It's fancy flats and apartment that look over the river. But on the opposite side, the slum side, there's a load of warehouses. Many of them are businesses. Some of them are just left and are derelict. But there's the Lancaster flow, two sides are completely different. One's very expensive and the other one's very mediocre to poor.
On which side is this one on?
On the mediocre and poor side.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did Shirley Springer give us the name of the company?
Yeah, it's called Coffee in a Cup.
So
That's
Astra
ingenious.
wants to spend a bit of time doing a bit of research on them on the internet.
Okay. So
See
how
whether or
long?
not they can find the whether or not they're who their owners are.
Okay. So how long would you like to spend doing research on them?
Maybe 15 minutes.
All right. So just 15 minutes. Okay, then. So yeah, roll your research skill. Right. Okay. So in 15 minutes, you find out the following about the coffee in a cup people. Hang on. Okay, then. It's been recently formed. It's about 6 months old. It was founded by two brothers now called Top and Max Coffee Cup. Their original names were Dale and Stan Smith, and they're now known as Top and Max Coffee Cup. There's been rumors that the company is struggling against big businesses, and they produce the coffee and ship it out from the warehouse down at the Lancaster Flow side. There is also some indication that the contract with the police was a blessing for them, and really sort of like bringing in quite a bit of money for them.
Does it mention any other contracts they might have got off that?
No, that's what you get for your 15 minutes.
Okay.
Astro, do they have like hours of operation listed on their website? Are we allowed to go in? Do they give tours?
Was there any hours?
No, they don't give tours, and they maintain. It says normal business hours, but it looks like they probably work 24/7 and have a shift a system in place.
Mm-hmm. So there's no real advantage, I guess, to trying to go at night.
I have a car, don't I?
You have a what? Sorry,
Car.
If you
Just-
if it's part of your allotments, yeah, you do.
I like to imagine Misty just exclaiming that.
I have a car and feet.
Misty's thinking if we drive Astro there, he might have
He might have PowerPoint.
Yeah, I might have a PowerPoint left to do something.
Well,
Adam, did we get some back from sleeping?
Yes, you got them all back.
Come
Hopefully.
on, quick, point me at something.
Yeah, so you can drive down there if you wish, or you could go your normal ways. What would you like to do?
Let's drive.
I think you guys should drive, and I'll
Yeah,
get lunch and meet you there.
Yeah.
I'll get lunch for all of you. If you eat food,
Breakfast, yeah.
In fact, I'm going to
yeah,
go.
Oh, that's interesting. Does Astro eat?
He does, but it's really, really weird.
Does he suck it up through his nose? Because it looks like he's got no mouth.
He's got a little mouth, but he's, for example, when
Is
there
he,
was
is he like a smoker of the future?
So when there's burgers or anything like that, he or they open the bun and then they take everything out and they just eat the bread bun. They don't have any they eat bland food.
Right.
So it's like
And
it's like they ordered a pizza from that Banner delivered, and it was a cheese and pineapple pizza, but without cheese. And
Does he
without
not sort of
pineapple.
like? Does he not blend everything and then suck it through a straw?
No, he just
Yeah.
eats. He just eats bland food.
That's
you
like
know.
Okay.
that's like ass face from Preacher, isn't it?
Yeah, tofu. I mean, tofu's superb for him
Mm.
because that's just bland.
Depends
Is
what
it
you
though?
do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 stick of uncooked tofu for you.
Yeah. And the rest of you can have bacon butties.
Well, just get them a burger
The
or
funny
a
thing
bacon
is,
butty, and you can have the bacon from him,
yeah,
and they'll
he,
just eat the bun.
he wheezes through his finger, which makes touching bacon a bit more weirder.
Okay. Rabbit, you arrive first down at the dock.
I'm going in my civvies, by the way. I'm lawyering up.
Oh, you're law. Oh, really? Nice. So you get there first, Rabbit. Can you see?
I'm zooming out, but it does look like it's all revealed.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So when you get there, you notice that this door here is open.
Like a garage warehouse door.
Yeah. And you sort of like arrive. There's no van in here at all, and you just sort of like almost appear at the entrance. Make me a perception check. Yeah, there seems to be subdued lighting inside, almost as if it's I'm not saying it is this, but you know when emergency lighting comes on and it's that sort of like subdued lighting. It looks like there's power here. But there seems to be no sounds or anything like that at all.
That's weird. But I guess we are pretty early in the morning still.
So the rest of the team, the car comes up. Misty's in civvies, and you pull up. I think you all should be able to see it now.
We're coming in from the top, are we?
Yeah. So this is the door that is open. So this here is a catwalk that goes over here. Does that make sense?
So these bits are under.
These are under
this bit.
Yeah, and those bits are under. They have the machinery in it that looks like that's where they make the coffee, and then it looks like up above it looks like it might be offices, restrooms, and things like that. These things here, rather than being tables, they're just crates of what you assume is coffee pods. Let me put your character tokens on. There you go.
Not exactly the most secure place here.
No, not at
And
all.
there's no
staff.
sight of people.
No. There seems to be nobody that you can see, and no noise either.
Does it look any signs of struggle, like any of the crates being knocked over or anything like that?
From where you are at the moment, no. It just looks a bit like the Mary Celeste.
Okay. Astro's going to walk in.
Okay. Yeah,
I'll
you.
follow.
and start. He'll be having a look up on the, because it doesn't look like they can see anything down here, so they're thinking that maybe up at the. So he's sort of like.
I mean, you can't see in these rooms from where you are.
Are they offices from what we think?
The lower ones seem to
Oh,
be
machinery.
where they make the coffee pods. You think the offices and restrooms, etc., are upstairs. You do notice as you come in that just I'll mark it on for you so you can see just here. There is a video camera, like a security camera, that is facing currently towards the entrance. So Misty, you're in, and Astra, you're in, and Rabbit, what about you? What are you doing?
Staring at that camera.
I'm going to put a little bit of condensation on that camera.
Yeah. Mist up the lens. Yeah. It doesn't require anything. Go.
I'll stick close to Astro because I don't want him getting ambushed by somebody with a knife. That would not be funny.
Are you getting your staff out?
I'm gonna have the extendable quarterstaff in my hand, but not activated.
Yeah. Okay then.
Yeah.
Astro is going to start heading down this way and checking in these.
Okay then. So that's what Astra's going to do. What's Misty going to do?
I've got my briefcase in one hand. I'm walking up the stairs to the offices.
Okay. And Rabbit, are you just being Astro's like bodyguard as you go down?
Yes.
Yeah.
Didn't work out well for Bob.
So Misty, I'm just going to move you over there. Is that all right?
Yeah,
That's where you're going. Yeah. And Astro and Rabbit, you can move yourself down to here. So so you walk down towards the back. So these controls here, Misty, on your level, control the cargo hook further down. But as you get up to this point, that door to your right, okay, is actually wedged open. It's open, and you can see a pair of legs sticking out, as if somebody's gone in, but then the door has closed on them, if that makes sense. They look like they're face down. Astro and Rabbit, when you get to this one is full of machinery, but there seems to be two people in here who seem to be dead. They just seem to be on the floor. They seem to have almost like full overalls and boots on. It looked like they might have had hard hats on as well. One of them, there's obviously a bit of a clipboard nearby, and one of them seems to have one of those trolleys for piling things up on, and they're sort of like just there, and that's it. And what would you?
Can
like
we tell
to do?
how or the cause of death? Like, is there a pool of blood?
There is a pool of blood. They're both face down at the moment. If you would like to go in and turn them over or get a closer look, then
I'll get a closer look.
Astro does a telepathic link, and you get their surface thought of dead. Just so you that. Are you both going in?
Yeah.
Or just to let you know, once you go in, you cannot see the entrance.
That makes me uncomfortable and claustrophobic, so I'm going to stay out there. I'll let Astro get a closer look, and I'll stare at the entrance.
Yeah, you notice that they've both got bullet wounds. One's got it in the it looks like the back of the head, small entry, large exit, and the other ones seem to have got a shot in the chest. Misty, what are you doing?
I'm going to gently push the door open.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like there's a worker that's been shot in the back. It looks like he was probably shot in the back and fell forward.
As he's running away into the.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
The office is right at the other end.
Yeah, I'm going to cautiously move down, checking the doors as I go.
Okay, then.
Just gently opening them.
Yeah. What about Astro and Rabbit?
After checking these two, Astro's going to come out and start moving further down to check the other
Okay.
bits.
Move your counters down, move your tokens down, and Rabbit as well.
I would like to break my guard protocol here. I'm gonna go quicker than Astro, kind of glancing downwards, but my goal is to get onto these stairs at the end and make my way up to Misty to let her know about homicide.
Yeah. So this, when you get here, you can see this door here that you haven't been able to see before, and this door is labeled security.
I will note that down in my brain, but I'm on a mission now to talk to Misty.
Astro, are you going to the next one?
Yes, yeah. I want to check in there.
And Misty, do you want to move down, and I'll move down to where you want to end, and I'll tell you what you see.
I'm going to raise myself like an inch off the floor so I don't make a noise when moving.
Yeah, nice.
So yeah, down to the big one. So
Astra notices that water is dripping down as Misty goes. Yeah, this seems to be some kind of common room. There seems to be various. Sorry, no, the common room is the next one. This one seems to be some kind of research and development lab. There's nothing in here, but there's nothing broken or anything like that. It looks like there's very science-based equipment in it.
Gotcha.
And that one's the common room. And you notice that it almost looks like there was two people sat having a drink, like a coffee break, and they're both sort of like sprawled across the table. They both look like they've been shot. Rabbit, do you want to move up to Misty, because you'll meet up somewhere? But yeah, probably there.
I've got a yellow sign in my hand that says "Caution, wet floor."
Yeah. Astro, what would you like to do?
Is this place empty?
This one's empty, yeah.
But there's a whole load of crates over here that I would have to go behind to search. Is that right? Over on the opposite side, or can I?
If you just move across to where they are to search them, if you want to search them. Yeah, so these all seem to be their boxes, and they've got the coffee in a cup logo on them. They all seem to be sealed and ready for transport. There's one of those automatic sellotaping handheld things just casually left on the floor here. There seems to be different flavors, different strengths of coffee dotted around. Everything seems to be intact. Nothing seems to be missing or knocked over or anything like that.
Can I ask the question that I meant to ask when I saw the first body? How long do I think these have been dead for? Is the blood
Um,
still wet or is it
Well,
dried? Or...
the blood is still wet without any medical skills. You that they haven't been dead for a long time, but the blood's still tacky. I think the word is.
Are they still warm?
You have to touch them.
Do you wish to touch them?
That sounds wrong, but yes, I will.
Okay, so you'll have to go back, or rabbits with you.
I'll come into the common room, and there's two there, isn't there?
Yeah. So before you go into there, Rabbit would have come up to you. Rabbit, if you've got anything that you want to say.
Yeah, I rush up and say, Misty, there's dead people down there. There's 2 of them. They have hard hats on. I think the workers, somebody came in here and started shooting people up. I think they're all dead.
I'm going to look at the bodies in front of me and then look at Rabbit and say, really?
Yeah, there's some more right in there.
I suddenly had a really funny thought that, the
Hard hats
catwalk.
don't save lives, is what you mean?
Yeah, no. The catwalk is sort of like a metal grill, and you must have high heels on.
That's why you're floating.
So the bodies are not warm. You touch them, they seem to.
They're tepid.
Yeah.
Okay.
You do get your fingerprints on them, though.
People are gonna call us the Touchers as our superhero group, because I'm punching people in the face.
You're slapping
Astro's
them.
putting his hand on them.
It's hardly a thump if it does 1d3. It's all like
that's how much a normal hand does. I have normal hands. No damage modifier though.
I think if Banner does it, he'll knock with his fist. He'll knock somebody into next week, won't he?
Oh god.
Well, his is built like a shotgun. Like that's.
It's like my water blasters.
Yeah, his damage modifier is 1d10.
Yeah.
But now, yeah.
So I'm going to turn to Robert and say there must be a security room or something here with some tapes.
Yeah, it's just downstairs. I passed it on my way up to tell you this.
Let's go. Lead the way.
I will sprint down there, maybe jumping off the stairs if I can.
Yeah, I'm just going to go over the rail.
Parkour.
I'll come across once I finish checking.
Yeah. So there is a security guard in here that's been shot as well, and there's what appears to be like a playback tape. Does one of you roll a computer skill for me?
I'm gonna look down at my feet because I don't have one.
Oh.
Astro or Misty, do you have a computer skill?
I've just rolled mine. I got 55. I'm going to use a point and look.
Oh, and make it you need to roll it again.
Yep.
Big money?
No.
That's little money.
It's down to you, Astro.
Yeah, Astro will go in and use his.
I think Astro's computer is 150 or something like that.
Oh my life.
I'm going to use precognition to make it an easier roll.
Okay.
Ooh. You needed it.
Yeah. So you quickly, without any like no lag at all, you find a piece of the tape that shows some body or some people walking in. After this, the tape is blank. And because you got a critical success, I will let you know that it was actually wiped. And there seems to be...
what was the timestamp on it?
It was 10 o'clock last night. So walking into the room, into the warehouse, seems to be a man with a lab coat on, and he seems to have almost like greenish skin, and he's got a face mask on and is carrying a syringe, and with him seems to be 6 sort of like thuggies with guns. And as he comes in, he turns around and he looks up straight to the camera, and he sort of like presses the syringe, and a bit of juice come out. If you're watching the stream, we're going to introduce this villain.
Oh, I'm not watching the stream.
No, they've now seen. So whenever a villain is introduced, there's like a boom, and there's like a top trump card that comes up for the stream. So there's a picture, and he's sort of like his description and his name.
Was it Bob the cameraman who's got rogue?
Yeah. Next time you meet Bob, he's got a cybernetic arm, and he's out for revenge.
Revenge not on me, though.
The person who was meant to keep him safe. And he's sort of like he shoots this syringe in, and then shortly after that he does it, and then one of his thugs sort of like levels his gun at the camera and shoots it, and the tape is blank from then onwards.
Could we see beyond them? Could we see whether or not they'd pulled up in anything? Like in a car or anything like that?
The camera just covers the door. They could have pulled. It doesn't go outside.
Right. So we don't see anything in the bit where we were.
Well, I'm pretty sure a green-faced man will stick it like a sore thumb.
I don't know. People don't really give us much of an issue for having Astro around.
True. But he's blue. Grey blue.
Good point. Yeah. Good point. That is a key difference. Some color.
Yeah. Green, you know. Oof.
Yeah.
Well, you're sort of like perusing the security system.
I'm gonna call Shirley while we're doing this as well.
Well, just before you call, you hear a sound from the entrance. It sounds like a man's voice, and you hear them. There seems to be 2 of them saying, "Hello? Hello, where is everyone?"
It's Top and Max, isn't it?
Uh-oh.
Okay, in which case I'm briefcased and suited, so I'm going to go walking down there, walking back to the entrance while saying,
"You're coming off your flight, then."
Yeah, I'm just going to walk, cancel around the corner, around the steps, walking towards them. I'm going to go, "Mr. Coffee Cups, I presume."
Hang on, then, just 1 second. Can you see them?
Yep.
And they sort of like look at you and say, "Who are you? Where's this morning's? We haven't been able to contact anyone.
Yeah,
where is everyone?
Please do not enter the building. I'm Sophia Sampson from Sampson Law," and I'll hold up my hand to shake their hands.
You're still quite away from them.
Yeah, I'm power walking.
Astro and Rabbit, what are you going to be doing?
We need to be calling the cops and giving them this information, right?
Mm-hmm.
And is what my comrade would say if she's here. So I'm going to do it. So I'll go ahead and start calling. We're supposed to contact Ollie, correct?
Yeah. dispatcher.
so I'll give a collie to Ollie.
Okay, and Astro, what are you doing?
Astro's just going to stay in the security room for the time being.
Nice. Yeah, so they sort of like stay at the door, and they look puzzled, and they're not sure. They sort of like, where's all our where's our crew? Let me know how close you're going to get to them.
I'm going to get right up there.
Okay.
Confidence.
Okay.
Shake the hands and say, sadly, we were tasked with coming here to find out if you had any involvement in the police sicknesses that happened yesterday and the day before, because you supplied their coffee cups. So myself and my colleagues who I represent, the supers who you might have seen on TV over the last few days, have come here this morning to have a look around, hoping to find and have a chat with you, but you weren't here, only to see that all your staff have been killed.
Misty, would you like left or right?
Right.
So this guy here, yeah?
Yeah.
So he sort of like is looking puzzled when all of a sudden a bullet goes straight into the back of his head and sprays out blood both on you and the guy next to you, his brother. And it's sort of like you don't even hear a shot, but you suddenly feel that maybe possibly there is some kind of sniper around. He falls down dead. And we will leave it there, ready for next time. Your suit is ruined, Misty. Can I just tell you that now? And I'm assuming that your hair will be tied.
Yeah, tied power back.
Yeah. Darthy Ed has just said, love these enemy intros. So they now know the villain and what it's like, etc.
Send us in message, please.
I mean, you can go back and look at the replay; it'll be in there, But I thought
that would spoil it, though.
But do you know when sometimes in comics, when somebody comes in, it sort of goes ta-da, and it sort of like comes up and it shows the guy fighting or close quarters or something. I thought I need these. And just to let you know, in the intro now, and you haven't seen this because I didn't do it for the ones you shared, in the video intro that the stream sees, they see villains. You know, when it just says Destiny superhero RPG, on their version, they see the tokens of the villains come up and out.
In this week's episode.
Yeah. So they will be able to sort of like look back and think, oh, that's so-and-so on the introduction now. So, yeah, so this guy, I'm just going to put a red cross on him so I remember which one is that. It was your choice, Misty. It was your choice which one died.
You should have gone for the young-looking Columbo.
No, I'm hoping that was Top. Because that's a stupid name.
Yeah.
No, Top's still alive. You killed Max.
Oh,
And now you've offended Top.
Yeah, you killed his brother. You chose him. You chose him. Do you know, he was the one who knew all the information as well. Top knows nothing.
It's that thing where you kill the main person that moves the plot along. So you have to put a note in the pocket, and then we just burn the body to make sure he's dead.
Exactly. So, right, okay, then we will leave it there. I'll leave you on that page. Why is this looking?
My problem is I can't really use my powers in front of Max then, because otherwise I'll have to kill him. Oh, wait.
Or just let the sniper do it.
Yeah.
It also means that you're not in superhero form. You're a lovely sniper target there now that the guy in front of him's just fallen down. This posh lady with a briefcase. Right. Thank you for coming along tonight and watching us. We really do appreciate it. I'm going to let Mr. Pickles tell you about his wonderful piece of content he always creates.
Yes, I have a podcast with a friend, and I Took That Personally is the title, on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. My friend Brad and I talk about movies, and we really need to sit down and record because we haven't been recording for a while. And yeah,
Not
I just need to
annoyed. I'm just disappointed.
Disappointed.
I'll do better, Dad. That's me. And I Took That Personally.
Fantastic. Chuckawaka, is there anything you would like to say?
There is not. No, thank you very much.
And Medivac.
Just my usual. Hopefully this week we'll be doing 6 months Celestia Crown of the Magister.
Nice.
We're doing dungeon runs, which is quite fun. On Monday, we should be doing Deadlands Reloaded, an 1880s Western game. And then on Thursdays, we are doing Abomination Vaults Pathfinder 2E, but we're still getting closer to picking up Warhammer again. Yes.
Nice. Is that when you're a postie?
Yeah.
You're like a post person, aren't you?
And we all rolled for random characters. It was brilliant.
Do you want to know? I had something delivered from Royal Mail today, and it was really weird.
It was posted last year.
No, he came down and I picked it up for him. I said, thank you very much. And he turned around to me, he says, thanks, see you later. And I'm thinking, what? Is he coming back?
I think I might say that sometimes.
See you later. I thought, wow. If you would like to see more RPG systems, then do remember that we stream every Saturday at 7 o'clock. You can catch up with all the previous adventures and all my RPG videos, etc., over on my YouTube site. And so please do go along and drop a subscribe over there. If you would like to see some Elder Scrolls Online, I'll be streaming tomorrow at 12 o'clock once I've come back from taking Mom out for a walk and having a coffee with her. And then later on the evening, we'll be getting some more masteries in Guild Wars 2. So thank you so much for coming along tonight. We hope you have enjoyed it, and we will see you all next time. Until then, it's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from them.
Goodbye.
That was quite a quick ending with no captain, wasn't there?